Have you ever wondered why a woman can meet hundreds of men and feel nothing? Yet meet one man, just one, and suddenly everything changes? Why her eyes linger a second too long? Why her laughter feels softer around him? Why even her body language shifts as if drawn by an invisible force she can't explain? Have you noticed how her world subtly tilts toward him? How small decisions start including him? How even her thoughts and those private, unspoken moments seem to gravitate toward him without her fully realizing it? Most men immediately assume it's about looks. They think it's the jawline, the height, the sculpted body. Some think it's money, the car, the apartment, the lifestyle. Others believe it's charm, confidence, or the ability to say the right things at the right moment. And yes, those things can attract attention for a moment, but they rarely spark the kind of deep, lasting emotional connection that makes a woman truly fall in love. The truth, however, is far simpler and far deeper, because women don't fall in love with men for superficial reasons. They don't fall for the guy with the loudest laugh or the flashiest moves. They fall in love for two fundamental, psychological reasons that govern attraction far beyond what most men even notice. And here's the secret. Once you truly understand these two reasons, everything changes. You stop chasing her approval, proving your worth, or desperately seeking validation. You stop trying to impress her with things that fade or moments that never last. Instead, you become the kind of man she naturally invests in. The kind of man she thinks about at night. The kind of man whose presence she craves without even knowing why. You become the man who connects with her on a level deeper than mere attraction. A level that touches her heart, her mind, and her very sense of self. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what these two reasons are. The invisible forces that make a woman fall in love, and how understanding them changes not only the way she sees you, but the way you see yourself as a man. Reason 1, emotional safety. The first reason is simple but rarely understood. A woman falls in love when she feels emotionally safe with you. This isn't about financial stability, physical protection, or even comfort. Emotional safety is something far rarer, something most men cannot offer, because they don't understand it themselves. Every woman, no matter if she lives in New York, London, Sydney, or Toronto, has one underlying question running through her mind when she meets a man. Can I trust him with my heart? She instinctively gauges whether she can be herself around you, whether she can show vulnerability without fear, whether your presence will calm her or trigger tension. Most men confuse emotional safety with being nice, but nice often comes from weakness, a need for approval, fear of conflict, or people-pleasing tendencies. A woman doesn't feel safe with a man who fears losing her, who crumbles under stress, or who needs constant validation. She feels safe with a man who is grounded, consistent, and unshakable in his emotions. This kind of man doesn't need to speak loudly to prove himself. His calm presence alone communicates strength. He doesn't chase approval. He doesn't react dramatically. He simply is emotionally disciplined, centered, and self-aware. When a woman senses this, her guard drops, her trust grows, and her heart opens in ways most men never experience. Emotional safety is the invisible force that binds her to you, the foundation upon which love builds itself. Reason 2, growth potential. The second reason is equally powerful. A woman falls in love when she feels she can grow with you. This isn't about controlling her or trying to fix her. It's about being the kind of man whose presence naturally elevates her, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. A woman is drawn to men who move with purpose, discipline, and vision. She instinctively feels that being with such a man inspires her to become a better version of herself. She sees your journey, your ambition, your self-mastery, and she feels compelled to rise alongside you. This is why a woman can leave someone handsome, rich, or charming and fall deeply for a man who may appear average in the world's eyes but carries direction, self-respect, and momentum in his life. Her attraction isn't about what you give her. It's about what being with you does for her soul. Women are wired to seek growth and evolution in their partners. A man who is steadily becoming something greater creates a gravitational pull that she cannot resist. She doesn't need to be told to improve. She is inspired naturally by witnessing your journey. She falls in love with the path you walk, and she wants to walk it with you. Conclusion. So remember this. Women fall in love with men for only two reasons: no gimmicks, no complicated formulas, no tricks. Just two fundamental truths that govern female desire and attachment. The first reason is emotional safety. This is more than just comfort or kindness. It's a rare and powerful presence, the kind of presence that makes her feel protected in her vulnerability. She doesn't have to hide her fears, her insecurities, or the messy parts of herself. Around you, she can be real. Around you, she can exhale. Emotional safety is the calm in the storm, the quiet certainty that she won't be judged, manipulated, or abandoned for being herself. It's a strength so subtle yet so magnetic that she can't help but be drawn to it, even if she doesn't consciously recognize why. The second reason is growth potential. Women don't just fall in love with a man for who he is today. They fall in love with the man he's becoming, the version of himself that inspires her to rise, to evolve, to reach higher than she imagined possible. She sees herself reflected in your ambition, your discipline, and your direction. She feels challenged in a way that excites her, not threatens her, and she senses that being with you allows her to become a better version of herself. This isn't about control, pressure, or instruction. Why? It's about magnetism. It's the kind of energy that makes her feel alive, ambitious, and fully herself simply by being near you. When these two forces converge, emotional safety and growth potential, something extraordinary happens. A woman doesn't just like you. She doesn't simply enjoy your company. She doesn't merely desire your attention. She chooses you. She invests in you emotionally, mentally, and even spiritually. She bonds with you on a level most men never get to experience. It's a connection that feels inevitable, magnetic, and unforgettable. Understanding these two truths doesn't just change how you attract women. It transforms how you approach life, relationships, and love itself. You stop performing. You stop chasing approval. You stop proving your worth in ways that fade the moment the spotlight moves elsewhere. Instead, you become a man who naturally embodies strength, stability, and self-growth. You become a man whose presence commands trust and inspires desire, without effort or pretense. And here's the ultimate power. When you live this way, love stops being something you pursue desperately. Love becomes something that finds you. Women who are meant to connect with you will be drawn to your emotional strength and your path of growth. They will see in you the rare combination of safety and elevation, and they will choose to be part of it. So embrace these truths, internalize them. Become a man whose calm strength and evolving purpose are undeniable. Live your life with self-mastery, with focus, with integrity. Be the kind of man who doesn't need to prove himself, because his presence already speaks volumes. Because when a woman encounters a man who offers both safety and growth, she doesn't just fall in love. She becomes completely, irrevocably invested in him. That is the secret most men never learn, yet it is the foundation of every deep, lasting, and transformative relationship. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.